Hello, welcome to the next episode. In this episode, on the road from 500 to 1600, we're playing in the 1050 elo range. So our opponent is now 1065. I'll be playing the Trampowski as I always do. And as I always say in the beginning of every video, I always play the same opening. This is how I got to 1600. In the beginning, I played the Ponziani as white, and I played the Scandinavian defense as black. And I used them to get to about 1500, and then to get from 1500 now to 1650, I played the Trampowski attack and the Caro-Kann, and I've been enjoying them a lot more actually. But to be fair, there is many different openings, many very strong openings, and you should just find something you like, something that's fairly solid. Some openings are just not as strong, but just a relatively strong opening, because middle and end game skills in chess are way more important anyway. So why do I say this? If you always play the same opening, then that means you're going to be used to the same answers that you're getting. For example, here, this looks scary, right? The knight jumps in. The knight is threatening to attack here, which will fork my king and my rook. And the only way for me to defend is by taking with the queen, so I will lose the queen, or by moving my king aside. Very uncomfortable. I will lose my rook. The knight can be trapped eventually, and I will win it back, but it's still a bad exchange for me, and I will lose my castling rights. Now, because I played this opening so many times, I know the answer is just king here, and he has to move the knight back. There's no way for him to stop this other than moving the knight back. Any other move, he will just lose the knight, because he needs to defend this check, so there we go. And now the attack is just stopped. And that's just because I'm familiar with it. So now I just continue to play as usual. I will develop a pony. Yep, develop a pony here. And now this is under attack. So he only has one defender, and I'm attacking it twice. Okay, he attacks my bishop. I'm just going to slide that back. Now he attacks the center. I think I can just play knight, but then the knight will be a bit awkward there, right? Could play. I think I played that. I'll do it. Oh, that's great. I think now he's just gonna lose a pony, because after I play pawn here, this knight is pinned, and he will have to, unfortunately, he will lose the knight. He cannot take this because he will just lose it to my. And that's what I mean. See, in the 1000 elo rating, I always say this to people who are not. Okay, he plays that. I'll just play here. Takes back with the bishop. I could play that, but why would I pin myself? Because then after that comes... That's a very silly idea. It's not even a good move. But this is obviously coming, so I need to try to stay here. Problem is... I would like to stay with this pawn, because he's gonna take, and after I take, queen takes, I'm gonna lose it, right? I could just slide my queen all the way back, but it's very passive. And in chess, generally, the more pieces you can put on the opposite side of the board, so on the opponent's side, which is this side, and this is my side, the easier it is to win the game. So moving pieces back is actually not good. Sometimes it's better, otherwise you might get stuck. So for example here, I could run into bishop there. But I can't in this case, because the knight is defending that square. So I'm just going to play that. Yeah. Now, this doesn't work. He could try this and this to attack my queen in 2 moves, but I will have time to take that pawn then. So I just want to prevent him from taking the pawn and then losing the exchange here. And what I wanted to say was, I'm already winning, right? Okay, so this is not a... no, that's a bad move actually. They just loses a pawn, right? Oh, it's so bad, because that also loses the bishop to check. It's very bad. He's gonna resign probably now, because now he has to either move the king. If he defends with the queen, he's gonna lose a rook. So he needs to move the king. As I thought, he's gonna resign. So I'm just gonna play someone else now. But as you can see, I always say this to some of my friends. They've been playing chess for a while, and they're maybe like 800, 900, 1000, or 1100 elo. I always say, honestly, if you just so here I'm not supposed to play Caro-Kann, but I'm gonna play it anyway. Because not a lot of people know the best moves here. I think the best move is actually here, and then knight, and the queen perhaps out, and putting a lot of pressure on this pawn. It's a bit uncomfortable for me. But he's not playing that. Just attack the queen. So yeah, what I wanted to say before was that when you just play the same opening every time. You get used to the most common answers, like I showed you in last game. I knew he was trying to, you know, move his knight in here and then threaten there when I was white. And I was prepared for it. So if I just stay solid and I get to the middle game without losing any material, without falling for any cheesy opening traps, very often below 1200, people just sacrifice pieces for no reason. And you just win the game of that. So, okay, moving on. I'm just gonna finish my development. I don't really see anything meaningful here, I believe. So I'm just gonna step here. Here I should be careful for... Oh, no, I cannot play that because I'll take, but then take. I was gonna say I need to be careful to get my bishop trapped. But this pawn is defending this square. Because there could be a problem if this pawn wasn't defending this square. So now he's trying to win the pawn here, see? He's trying to play here, and then step, take, and then step there. So I think I'm gonna preemptively play here. Even though I make another bishop move, which is considered bad, I'm just gonna attack his queen. It's gonna trigger him to take, and now I have a strong bishop here. Oh, and he's not gonna be able to get rid of that bishop. This is not hanging because the queen is here. This knight is quite strong. So I have a strong bishop here on his side of the board. He has a strong knight here on my side of the board. So in general, if you can have a piece like that that's supported by a bunch of pawns, and then at the top of it is a piece sitting, like him with his knight here, it's very strong because it's annoying to get rid of. So I could play knight here, threatening to get rid of it, but then his pawn is going to push in, which is also good for him because then he's got a stuck pawn on my side of the board. Now, this pawn is going to get it really weak if he does that, because that's going to be the root of this whole structure here. Okay, so I don't really see any move I can play. I'm just going to finish my development. I'm going to move the knight there. If he takes, it's a bad move. He shouldn't take, because this knight is strong. He knows that. He's threatening to take my bishop, though. Oh, but that just hangs a pawn, I'm afraid. Yeah, that unfortunately hangs a pawn, because now the connection between the queen and this pawn is gone. I need to be careful for any tactics here, because of course he can't jump in there for free, because if I take, then he will take my bishop. So if my queen, for example, was here, then he could have just jumped there and attacked my queen, and I would have had to move my queen, so I had no time to move my bishop. That means I will lose the bishop. So now I can just slide back. But I need to be careful for this, though. That's a dangerous... that's... See, I may have made a mistake being greedy for the pawn there. No, it's actually okay, because after I move here, if he wants to jump here, I can just take there. And we're chilling. So I'm just going to move my bishop back. And it's going to be, again, a very strong and annoying bishop for him. Yeah, now I have to take, but he might be able to take as well. It's going to be an interesting, complex position. So he's... Okay, he took the knight. Oh, that just... Yeah, unfortunately, he had just hung his knight. So he took my knight, but now this knight is loose. He thinks that he's threatening mate, but this is just loose. And he will probably resign from here. Being down 4 points of material now, this early in the game. And this is, again, just because I know the opening. I know the most common answers here. I just know the main ideas. Okay, he castles. That's strong. He's barreling down with a lot of material here. That's a legit threat. So the game is definitely not over yet. I'm thinking bishop here. But then he can hit me with this. That's a bad move, because doing that will reveal my... No, that's a bad move. So now I'm thinking queen here. And then bishop there. If he then steps, I can just take the pawn. If he then dares to step here... I was going to say a sacrifice, but that's not necessarily... Oh, it will be winning because I'm up in so much material. But I need to castle urgently. But I need to get out of the way of this too. For now, my bishop is just strong here, actually. There is no need to... Not really a need to take that. But this is now under attack. So this needs to be addressed. Can do that either with the bishop. But then again, this is available. So my best move is just going to be... the queen there, I'm afraid. And now I'm just gonna get the bishop out, castle, and I'm chilling. I have a strong pawn pyramid. I'm 4 points of material up. And it's gonna be... I'm also thinking to go here and then take this pawn. Because it looks like this pawn's covered, but it's pinned by my queen on the king, so this pawn cannot move. So I'll see how he reacts to that. He might see it, he might not. If he doesn't see that, see, he's probably just gonna play his rook out or something. Okay, he attacks it. It's not a problem, I can just move back. See, that's what I mean. This bishop is very annoying for him now. It's a very strong bishop on his side of the board. And he's protected by my pawns, and I'm controlling all these diagonals here, see? A lot of chess is just control, who controls more files. So he controls all this, so that's strong for him. So he has complete control over this file, which is very strong for him. So with the right pawn pushes, he might actually still be able to win. I could simply play bishop there, then the rook has to move. It's a bit uncomfortable for him. I could also just push my pawn. And then if he takes, I take with the rook, and then he's gonna be in trouble. Yeah, I could just castle long actually, but then his pawn can start coming. It's more risky, because I'm up in material. I can just castle on the same side as his king, and get an easy win. Okay, he moves the king. I didn't... he wanted to get out of this, I guess. Now I'm really thinking play this. Because after that... Oh, wait a second. If he steps it, I can't take it, because this will be loose. See, it's too dangerous. I'm going to get my bishop out of the way and just castle. It's the safest thing to do now, because this is too dangerous. These 2 points of material battling down. If he can bully my queen away here somehow, then he's going to be in good shape. So I need to castle ASAP. He pushes there, but doesn't really do much. Okay, now this is protected. Now I'm not scared anymore. I can freely move my queen. I'm not really worried about that. I'm just going to start an attack of my own, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna offer him a queen trade, which he absolutely should not take, but it is what it is. And he knows he shouldn't take it. And then the idea is pawn up, king up, bishop, and slide the rooks in. In hindsight, it would have been better for me to castle there, but as you see, the pawn's coming down. It could start causing some trouble real quick. The rook's coming down. See, he's doing the right thing, so he should not trade material, which is exactly what he's doing. So he's doing the right thing by not trading. That's smart. Now I'm thinking pawn up. I'm just gonna go pawn up, king there, rook in. That's the plan. I don't know if it's accurate, by the way. It doesn't really feel right because my king's gonna get weak. Okay, he's trying to bully my queen away. Maybe slide in the second rook. This could become a strong attack, actually. That's not possible. I mean, I could sack the bishop, you know, I could go there, check, then takes, and I lose a bishop. And I will still be up 1 point of material, but it's unnecessary for me to do that. Excuse me. So he's forcing me to move my queen somewhere. There I'm dead. Dead. Obviously dead. No, here I'm not dead. Here I'm good. Here I'm dead. Here I'm good. I only got two queen moves, really. So I think after step, that's gonna be a serious threat for him, but I need to be careful to not get my queen trapped. There. Let me just go there. Should be safe. I can get my queen in trouble here. The game is definitely not over yet. And I'm low on time as well. I should do less talking, more playing. Okay, that's a kebab. That's bad on him, unfortunately. He played well, but that's just a kebab. He's just getting skewered from here. And now he's gonna lose the rook. Yep, unfortunately. Oh, wait a second. He just hung the queen. And I immediately took the rook. Playing too fast. Well, the game's over anyway, because now after his check, he cannot block here because the bishop's still there, so I will win that bishop. Yeah. Oh, that's not for free yet. I could move there. Could start eating these pawns, but it's a bit dangerous to start taking pawns here when there is still quite a lot of material barreling down here. So now I'm thinking just go there and rook in. Yeah, I think that's the right move. No. He could check me there. That's not ideal. Because that could lead to a draw, actually. No, actually, in hindsight, would it though? No, he cannot do that, because the moment he gets too far away, this is mate. So I think after this, he can go check, I'll go down, and I'm safe. Yeah, should be fine. Oh! That's mate! Ah, I lost. Yeah, that's what you get for playing. I mean, I wasn't playing slow, but the right move was there. But then he could have gone for draw. Of course, he sees it, right? That's just mate. Yeah. Okay, GG. Can we get a rematch? Let's see. As you can see, it's never too late to lose in chess. How long is the video? 17 minutes. Okay, we need to retaliate our loss. Let's go. Okay. Okay, he's playing super aggressive and fast now. So I think that's the first loss that I have on this account now. Okay, play the knight here. Could take this knight. I think I'm gonna take it like that. Okay. So this is again, I'm playing fast just because I know the moves from memory. So here he was attacking this pawn, right? So normally I have a lot of pressure here, but this is covered well. Now this pawn is under attack. Yeah, oh, I cannot do that just yet because this pawn is under attack. So I need to castle first, and then I can take that with check. Oh, I could have taken it because it's check. Yeah, I messed that up. Okay, well, that's just a pawn anyway. Pawn is a pawn. Oh, well, it's not really a pawn because he can take it back here. But that's a weak pawn anyway, so... This knight is very awkward now. It cannot move, because if it moves there, it's dead. Yeah, it cannot move. And if he dares to touch this, I'm going to slide in the rook. Slide in the other rook. And then I can take that pawn, because this will be pinned. So I don't think there is a way for him to win this game. I mean, of course, there is a way for him to win this game, but... it's gonna be annoying. See, he's looking to develop this knight, but the only meaningful way is there, and not even, because this will hang. but then it's just a pawn for a pawn and the game goes on. So as you can see in the last game, in chess, it's never too late to lose, even though I was up a lot of material. Okay, he's playing really slow now. He's just a bit stuck. I think he knows this would be too greedy. I mean, he probably sees it. It's still a pawn in the end of the day, but after I slide over the rook, I'm gonna start rolling in that pawn. This will be under attack. I know first I need to kick this queen away. So the correct move order would be there. And if he then ideally moves to the side there, we'll see. It's hard to predict where he moves the queen. Too hard to predict where he will move the queen. Well, we're not even sure if he's gonna take it, but for sure he's struggling to he's struggling to defend that pawn. And that's what I mean, because I have my piece on his side of the board. I'm controlling so much squares now with this central queen that he can't just not put anything anywhere there. Okay, so he did go for the pawn as expected. I'm gonna play queen here, rook there. I'm expecting him to get on this file, and then I go there, and if he then touches that pawn, then this pawn is gonna drop. So I'm hoping him to now play somewhere on this file. So either here, or here, or here. Well, not there, because that will kill his queen. And not there either. Okay, he plays that. Okay, now I'm gonna go there. Well, I could go there and try and bait him, because then this looks like a free pawn, right? But do I need to give that pawn though? Let's say I go there. He takes the pawn. I'll take this pawn. Oh, that threatens mate next. And that's a check. I'm gonna do it. If he touches that pawn, then he's cooked. So he should know that he cannot touch that pawn, because this pawn is pinned. So that means if he touches that pawn, I can just take this pawn for free. And I'm threatening mate immediately. So he might just think it's a... Okay, so he knew, right? He knew not to take that. That would be a poisoned pawn. So now he's looking to go there. So I'm just gonna push my pawn in. Okay. Now I'm thinking to go there and invade in his position here. Seems like a natural move. Okay, he attacks me there. Okay, I'm gonna go there. That's a tricky move, because now this pawn is also hanging. So if he moves his queen away from this pawn, then that pawn is dead. If he moves away, yeah, this pawn is also hanging. So it's very easy for him to make a blunder now. Very, very easy. Yeah, so he made the wrong move. So this pawn is now just hanging. Just need to be careful where he's gonna move after that. But that's not an issue. So it looks like he can just take it, but obviously he can't, because the rook is pinning the king. So that's the strength I have now for having both my rooks on these files. I don't even remember how I ended up there. There, okay, position got open. Oh, he castled in the way where I was. Okay, so and he of course early committed these pawns here, which made it harder for him to ever castle that way again. So here we are now, and now the next moves are crucial. So where should I go from here? This knight is kind of not doing much. Okay, so he's launching his own attack. I'm thinking just going back. I can't stay there forever, obviously, and I don't have enough firepower here for finding mate. I could just go down and then I'm threatening that, but that seems like a lot of moves. That seems slow. That seems slow. Oh, going there, that threatens mate. Yeah. That seems like a great move, because he still cannot take this, so I'm gonna play there. And I don't see what he can do to defend this. He cannot play knight there, because that's mate. Attacking moves are always the strongest move in chess. As you can see, it's costing him a lot of time. Defending takes a lot more time than attacking, because he's looking at it like this, right? He's like, Jesus, I'm getting attacked here, this rook here, I can't take the queen. There's a lot going on. So that's mate, that's mate. He could move the knight there, but that doesn't help, because that only knight here will defend this square, but not this one, so that's still mate. I think he has to sack the queen, actually. And therefore give the game. There's no other way he's going to be able to defend. There's literally no other way for him to defend against this attack. And he's just killing the clock right now. Not ideal, but what do we do? There's no way to stop mate here. He just has to resign. Yeah, there is no way. Well, he could try to run away with the king. I guess that's the only try he has. Yeah, okay. But then check. And then I'm gonna win this pawn. Oh, I'm not really though, because this rook... Oh, that's a bit annoying. And now my queen's hanging. And I cannot take just yet, because he still has two defenders. So my idea was check, he steps there, then I can take that. But I can't, because this rook will be hanging. So therefore I think I need to check and step back. Do I need to check yet though? Well, I need to get rid of here, that's for sure. What if I go there? I'll hold up a second, check, he will defend like that, right? Yeah. So if I check, he'll move his queen in front. Because I was thinking check and take that rook. But that doesn't work. If I check here, he's gonna put his queen in front. Could just offer a queen trade, but that kind of kills my attack. I have a really strong attack here. I should be able to execute it. What if I just move back? Just make it awkward for him. Yeah, just move back, slide my second rook in. Let's do that. I'm not gonna let him off the hook that easy, because if I check, he's simply gonna move the queen there and offer a queen trade. No, but wait, I don't need to take that queen trade though. I can just slide my rook in. Let's do that. If he goes there, I need to go back here. Yeah. Yeah, so I do not need to take that, because if he takes me, I can take check and I will win that rook. And now I will win this pawn. Oh, he can defend like that though. Wow, this game is crazy. This game is really crazy. Oh, wow. He managed to somehow still hang on. I'm sure I've missed a bunch of tactics and great moves myself as well. There may have potentially been a checkmate. I just didn't find it. Okay, I just want to bring more attackers into this attack. So my knight, how can I participate? If I step here, then this knight's gonna jump here, and my knight jumped there. But his knight is a bit faster though. His knight will be here, and then the knight will have access to, for example, here, which will attack my queen immediately. The knight will also have access to here, which will attack my rook. I can then go there, but that will be... Oi, so many options. I mean, I could just roll in the pawn, right? There's nothing wrong with rolling in the pawn, because if I take this and the king takes, then from there it's kind of nothing. And this just sacks a pawn. I don't know if that's the move, because if I play that, he can't play that. This rook is stuck here, that's for sure. Is there another way to maneuver my knight in? For example, there. Oh, and then there. Do I start maneuvering the knight or the pawn? What if I get the pawn here? He takes. He cannot take, because that will win. Okay, let's do that. It's a stronger threat, I think. It's a stronger threat, and it immediately threatens to win the queen. And step, if he doesn't take, then I will just take with check, and I don't even know where that's gonna end. Okay. So, yeah, so now he's forced to take. Actually, I can first. Oh, he takes the queen, but I don't even need to take like that, because he can just defend, right? Oh no, he cannot. Wait a second. I can take check, but then he will take here, then I will take there. This is really trippy. This is really, really trippy. Take check, he will take. It's the best move, otherwise I'll just queen. So take check, take. Then take check. Move. I think both is just winning, right? Take check, he goes there. And then I go back down. Oh no. Take check, he goes there. Just play a move, dude. Jesus. Let's try this. Check. And after takes, I just take. I blundered. Oh, luckily he didn't do that. Because this is mate again. Oh my god, I'm lucky today. If I take that, see, if he took like that, and I wanted to win my queen, but oh no, I take with check. Oh, I would have been fine. I thought I take here, but then instead of him, well, in the end I thought he would take here, and I would get back ranked. But turns out I don't, so I can just. But this is still a strong move for him. He will still be. I will still be a pawn ahead. It's just even. That's stupid. Yeah, because after I take this, he will take, and the rooks will just leave the board. Oh, he will actually win a rook. Wow. Okay, I messed that up big time. That's okay though. Life goes on. Let's see if I can flag this guy. Don't know if I'll be able to. He forces to take the rook off. Okay, that was smart from him. Okay, that would be bad if I lose 2 times in a row. Then I really need to get my 3rd revenge. Hopefully 3rd time I won't screw up. I'm just gonna go for his pawns, I suppose. He's gonna go for mine. I think I'll just go there. Yeah, problem is here, check. I can block that with a knight. Now his knight's under attack and this pawn. Oh, what the helly? Oh my god. Couldn't block that with the knight. Oh my god, terrible. How did I end up losing that? I was winning big time. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this. Oh, that's a bummer. Now I'm losing versus a 1000 2 times in a row. Really bad. Well, if I step there, he's just gonna move his king in front, isn't it? Now he can check me there. Yeah, it's just gonna be over from here. There's lol. Oh, I won his queen back. But he's gonna win my last pawn and queen, and then just win. Lol. Okay. Maybe he doesn't know how to. Okay, if he takes, I will take, and it's just a rook and a king endgame. See if he knows how to finish the game with a rook and a king. I'm gonna try to stay in the center. He doesn't seem too confident. I might still get a draw out of this. It doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. So I think I'm just gonna get a draw out of this. Okay, and now I start to move away from the center. Not sure how that's gonna turn out. Okay, now I start moving away from the center. See, he's got 30 seconds to do it. Don't know if he can. He doesn't seem too confident though. He can still. I just need to play very fast. It's gonna be a draw. Yeah, he doesn't know how to finish the game with the rook. I explained this in another video of why it's important. So it's gonna be a draw now, 50 move rule, or it's gonna be yeah, see, he doesn't know how to end the game. So it's gonna be a draw. I still drew the guy. Well, he technically won though. He did well. There we go. Okay, let's do another rematch. Let's see how we go. Ah, he declined. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.